Everyone that sucks up to MAGA gets humiliated. Caitlyn Jenner getting humiliated. She got her passport back. They changed the gender on it, male. Tim Cook made Donald Trump that participation trophy, humiliated himself. A gay man, you guys, a gay man went to the Oval Office and bent the knee to that old Queen Trump. And here's how Trump repays Tim Cook. Pop this up. He puts out some batshit Truth Social post, and he says, Trump, here's an excerpt of it. I was very impressed with myself to have the head of Apple calling to, quote, kiss my ass. So you all think, oh, we have to do all this shit. We have to do all this and we have to praise the little toddler. He knows he's humiliating you. He knows it. And it's the point of it. And he likes it. He likes watching you humiliate yourselves. Everybody, JD Vance and all the people, not like all those people. He enjoys it. He enjoys watching you guys act like imbeciles.
I just look at the Tim Cook and I think, and across the board, but Tim Cook, you are the head of Apple. Everybody on the planet almost has an Apple device of one form or fashion. You have all the money you could ever spend that your grandkids could ever spend. What is so broken in you that you wanted to take all that fuck you money and I can do whatever the fuck I want and go kiss Trump's ass? Like, I can't wrap my head around bending the knee to somebody like Trump when I have everything I could ever want. And he really can't touch Tim Cook.
I just think that that's the answer. Why did all of these people do this? There is a brokenness to people that they don't have conviction. They believe in fucking nothing. Nothing. They get all the money they want. They have all the stuff they can do and they still believe in nothing. And that's just the biggest turnoff for me in human beings are people that do not have conviction. People that just pick their opinions as the wind blows. And that's what Tim Cook is. That's what Zuckerberg is. That's what all these triple Trumpers are. Moving along, Alex Jones has been going through quite a bit. And I love it. I love it for him. And so you remember that The Onion, the satirical website, won a court-mandated auction for InfoWars parent company. And that's Alex Jones' company. And this was backed by the Sandy Hook families who Alex Jones terrorized for years, accusing them of being paid actors, all just horrible shit, basically saying your kids didn't die. And everybody knows that that's not true and incredibly cruel. And they sued him and they got the one. And now The Onion owns InfoWars. And here he's going through some things processing this. This was from today. Play the clip.
Take something over and then act like you're somebody, even if you say it's a parody. You can do a parody of somebody, but none of you took something from them. Right. You've already checked with lawyers, so they're in deep shit. I've already sued the Democrat Party law firms, already got civil rights lawsuits. So you think, look, just because you're wearing my shirt, don't mean you're me. So let's be 100% clear about that. And so you guys just keep laughing, just like you did a year and a half ago, or it was November 2024. Mm-hmm. So is that about a year and a half?
Yeah, this is a story from December 10th. Sale of Alex Jones InfoWars to The Onion rejected. And I'll get into this. And
So but yeah, they need to be us to confuse people. By the way, it's a total failure. We're the fifth biggest newspapers. That's a lie. Newspapers are all dead.
Okay, so just for those of you that are listening, he's standing there without his shirt on.
Why?
Because he's saying, you took the shirt off my back. It was metaphorical. I'm just deducing here, but that's what seemed apparent to me. But under The Onion's leadership, they've started selling Pride merch from
I know. And he's like, The Onion took it from me. No. Judgments and juries found your behavior so deplorable, they took punitive damages from you and you had to sell your company because that's where you spread lies, Alex. And here's the thing. I'm so happy The Onion is doing this because I have found during Trump 2.0, like the parody on SNL and stuff, it's not as funny because the shit they're doing in real life, it's so by far worse than the parody that this actually made me laugh out loud legitimately, where most of the parody shows I watch and think, in real life, it was better because it's so fucking crazy. So good for The Onion.
All right. And then Alex Jones blames Trump for the InfoWars being bought. Pop this up.
But President Trump, through Todd Blanche, the Democrat Party lawyer, deputy head of the AG then, now the DOJ head, killed Ed Martin's investigation into their operations, their fake auctions, the DOJ funding the fake lawsuits against me. They have all the documents. They killed that 6 months ago. I didn't blame Trump for that. But I do now blame Trump for coming out and openly endorsing their lawsuits and saying I deserve it, when it was the very same law firms that sued him, Paul Weiss, that are running all of this. That's who represents the Onion turds. So Trump is now openly joined forces with the Democrat Party to shut down InfoWars.
Yep.
And it's just beyond disgusting. Absolutely blows me away.
That's crazy, Alex. It's fucking crazy if true. Crazy. I mean, absolutely crazy that
true.
Trump is joining forces with the Democrat Party to take down Alex Jones. It's nuts. All right. Speaking of nuts, Candace Owens and Laura Loomer are like stage 5 beefing. Okay. Pop this up. Laura Loomer tweets, God hates you at Real Candace O. It's why he gave Charlie to Erica and why you didn't even get to say goodbye to him. God hates you. Look in the mirror and internalize how much God hates you. We all hate you. Humanity hates you, and you are irredeemable. And so this feud is rooted in a broader MAGA ideological split. Owens has grown increasingly anti-Israel and anti-Zionist, while Loomer is one of the loudest pro-Israel voices on the right. Loomer escalated the feud by digging up property tax records on Owens' husband, suggesting he was hiding assets relevant to Owens' defamation lawsuit from, you guessed it, Brigitte Macron. Owens then publicly named Loomer's alleged secret husband and questioned whether Loomer was, quote, actually Jewish, saying Loomer had personally told her that she was not and only started saying she was Jewish around 2019.
This is such a delicious feud. I have to say, I've been watching it and loving it. Just this morning, Candace Owens is posting this letter that says Laura Loomer can't have a gun because she's had so many psychotic episodes. She's been committed. Clearly Laura Loomer is not well. But here's the whole point. It was like, well, she can't own a gun. And, that's a big benchmark for MAGA, owning a gun. But I just keep in mind every time I see this, Laura Loomer and President Trump call each other and chit chat at night. Like, Laura Loomer is Trump's people, and she is crazier than a shit house rat.
Yeah, and so is Trump. This guy's
Trump,
this guy's off his rocker. All right, moving along. Marjorie Taylor Greene joins in, and now she's Team Candace on this. So pop this up. Marge tweets, this lost demonic soul, Laura Loomer, needs Jesus. But the sad reality is that President Trump takes her hate-filled demonic advice on late-night phone calls, and look at his actions. He is raging in war, and she and others demand hate is murder, and murder has no eternal life residing in them. The Apostle John, I literally cannot continue to read this. It's Jesus died for Laura Loomer and repenting in Christ and all this fucking bullshit. And I'm just going to say this. Candace is a batshit racist.
Yeah.
Like, Jennifer, how could a black woman be a racist? She is, her whole motivation for being anti-Israel is because she's a Jew hater. Just straight up. And then all of the transphobia with the Brigitte Macron stuff. Marjorie Taylor Greene, bigot. Donald Trump, bigot. Laura Loomer, bigot. These are fights amongst a bunch of MAGA bigots. That's my take on this.
No, I completely agree. Here's the thing I don't know why they are Candace Owens picks fights with everyone. So does Laura Loomer. The fact that they found each other kind of seems to fit. But every time, again, I hate to go back to this, but the bottom feeders that surround Trump should truly shock the conscience of all of us.
It really doesn't shock me. To me, it doesn't shock me that the least surprising thing about Trump and the people surrounding him is that they found each other, because he showed us exactly who he is. Grab him by the pussy, the adjudicated rape, the 34 convicted felonies, the January 6th, all of the crazy ass tweets in Trump 1.0, injecting bleach, the racism from his early real estate career, the Central Park 7, all of that stuff, all of that stuff. So after you have built a resume of that much racism, hatred, and incompetence, the people who are going to find you when you're basically on your dementia deathbed are going to be the worst of the worst among us. So then we have some stuff going on in Congress, and Nancy Mace is calling for Congressman Mills' resignation. Pop this up. She says, we just introduced a resolution to expel Corey Mills from the U.S. House of Representatives. She goes on, and what she's referencing is a Washington Post report that Mills was almost arrested last year for assault. Police commanders reviewed the reports, and body camera footage reclassified the case as a domestic violence assault, determined probable cause existed, yada, yada, yada. Nancy Mace is calling for him to resign. Corey Mills responds, and he says, I'm hearing lots of former staffers and others coming forward with horrible stories. Nancy's office turnover is the highest in 20 years. And so basically what you have here are the aforementioned bottom feeders. in Congress, and this is what they're doing. So you have Democrats and Republicans that appear to assault women. You had a vote in front of Congress to release all of these records, and they voted for self-preservation. And then you have Nancy Mace, who is a stage 5 transphobic mental patient. And I don't even mean that to be funny or cute. She needs to be in psychiatric care. Nancy Mace does. This guy probably, Corey Mills, I don't know, sounds like he could probably use a little stint in prison. And these are the people that are in Congress putting this shit from Marjorie Taylor Greene, jumping in this Laura Loomer, Candace Owens shit to these people. And here's the difference. Eric Swalwell was exposed. He's gone. He's out. He's not on Twitter fighting with other people. These people are all still doing this. This is all they have. This is who they are. This is, as much as I love, sometimes people, messy stuff, spiraling. I'm so sick of this MAGA mess. It's just hurting so many people.
Well, and they have they're very serious, like the Real Housewives of whatever city, the drama between them, people find it entertaining, but it doesn't hurt. These people hurt other people because they should be fighting for their constituents and making things better for Americans. And they're just, I know I'm naive.
No. I love that you say that because I'm just thinking about them fighting for Americans. It's just like
they don't give a fuck.
Right.
They're all in it for themselves, make money off the stock market, become a big social media star, endorse their products, see who can get the most limelight on, the 5 o'clock news or whatever. Like on the list of priorities, helping and doing what, their job requires doesn't even make the list. It's just sad. Really, how pathetic it is.
It really is. I just think that this batch and the worst of the worst are always MAGA. This is I've said it once, I've said it again. This is an anti-family death cult. The MAGA movement is an anti-family death cult that values pedophilia, protects pedophilia, values racism, protects racism, promotes racism, puts racism into